What's up, YouTube? I'm alive. I am orange, but I am alive. And we have a lot to catch up on.
Come on now! Woo! Damn, bro! Damn, bro!
There you go!
Yeah, what is your weight? What is your weight?
181 and 171 switch, please.
No weight! No weight! Okay, bro! Okay, my girl, get it! Get it!
And turn all the way to the back.
Come on, girl! Come
Take your
on,
time.
girl!
Yes, hold it!
Woo! Smile, smile.
Smile! Smile, yes!
You don't have boys on for shit. Okay, one more.
All right, Becky, all yours.
There you go!
Okay, ladies, quarter turn to the right.
Yes!
To the right. Quarter turn to the right. Face front. Turn all the way to the back, please. Take 4 steps to the back and hold it. Face front. And walk it back.
There you go!
Thank you, ladies. Step to the diagonal line.
Thank you, ladies. 71, Emma Smith. And in first place, your winner number 181, Michaela Whitman.
Atta girl!
Great job. Third place winner number 109, Alexandra Turner. Second place, number 171, Emma Ferris. And head back to center stage, number 181, Michaela Whitman.
Look at her!
So I survived my first show. I obviously dropped off the face of the planet. There's some things I'll touch on for like the last, what was it, like 5-6 weeks of prep that I didn't make any videos, but for the most part, it was just me putting my head down and grinding. I seriously didn't have any time to make videos or make content, and the like mental energy to do so just wasn't there. I don't know if you noticed, but I have a very So very cute little pink box here that happens to be the Crumble cookies of the week, which I thought it would be fun if I just like talked about the end of prep and peak week and show day and everything, and also tried the cookies of the week. I got the minis because too much sugar would be hell on my stomach right now. So let's talk about the cookies of the week. So I got 6 minis. I opted, this might be controversial, but I opted to get 2 blueberry muffin cookies rather than the pink sugar, just because I know that I wouldn't like the pink sugar, and I know that I would really like blueberry muffin. So I got 2 blueberry muffins, and then there is a churro, peanut butter munch, semi-sweet chocolate chip, and triple chocolate chip, I believe, is that one? I love chocolate stuff, so I'm sure I'm gonna really like that, and I'm very excited to try the churro one. I think first one I'm gonna have to try is blueberry muffin. That is very good. It has a little like streusel on top, and also like a glazed frosting too. I didn't even notice that at first. That's really yummy. And Rex has come to investigate, of course. No cookies for you. No. No. So I competed at the NPC Midwest Championships in St. Louis this past Saturday. I competed in novice class C and then the open class D. I placed first in both of those categories. We're still waiting on the scorecards to get posted. We're thinking I got second overall. I did not take the overall. I think it's also possible, I mean, this is just me being kind of like, you know, critiquing the video that I've seen that my friends took. It's possible that I maybe got third overall, but I don't know. I'll just have to wait for the scorecard to confirm that. So, in thinking about the last several weeks of prep, both me and Jenny agreed that I looked my best and I was ready about 3 weeks out. Which I guess is just something, I mean, I've never competed before, so I didn't know how long I was gonna need for a prep. But knowing that now, that I can prep for a little bit shorter amount of time and be ready, is really good information to have for when I compete in the future. Because those last 3 weeks really, really took a toll on me. Mentally, physically, it was very draining. Versus if I had peaked 3 weeks prior, I think things would have gone very differently. This is just me being hard on myself, I guess. I had a blast, don't get me wrong. But I definitely learned a lot about myself. So if you've never competed before, when you go to a show, basically all day, they have every athlete in every category, men and women, in a big like athlete room all day. For me, that is very overstimulating. I will definitely in the future be at the venue for sure all day, but like go and find my own place to like hang out by myself and just have someone who's able to like check and let me know when I need to head to the athlete room, like when they're, you know, doing tan touch-ups and glaze and everything before you step on stage, and only go to the athlete room for that. Because being in the athlete room all day before prejudging really spiked my cortisol levels a lot. We're gonna try another one. I'm stuck between trying the churro or the peanut butter munch next. Let's do the peanut butter munch. I don't know if I even want to take like a big enough bite to like get to the little muddy buddy in the center, because I have to eat all of these. I don't have to eat them all, but I'm gonna have a bite of all of them. I'm a big fan of peanut butter. So that is a very good peanut butter cookie. I almost feel like I'm being picky. I mean, if they're wanting to make it not just a plain peanut butter cookie, I feel like they almost need more of this chocolate on the top. Or maybe like little pieces in the Muddy Buddy, like in the cookie. I think would be a good idea to make it more stand out from just like a regular peanut butter cookie a little bit more. Anyway, moving on. So, with who I am, like my personality type, I'm pretty high stress, pretty high anxiety. So unfortunately, I don't think that I peaked as well as I could have. There were some outside factors that fed into that as well. Literally during my peak week, some uncontrollables happened, unfortunately. But that's life. I would have been stressed regardless just because I had never competed before and I was very nervous. Mid-Friday afternoon, before eating once, I weighed myself and I had dropped to my lowest point, which was 145 pounds flat. So essentially that means I was peaked Friday afternoon. And by midnight Friday night, when I checked in again, I had started retaining water from my cortisol levels being up, and I was up to like, I think 147 pounds. 2 pounds of water is a lot, and it essentially made my glutathione disappear, which I'd had a pretty well-defined glutathione from about 5 weeks out. So to see it gone when I was supposed to be stepping on stage in less than 12 hours really, really freaked me out and just made the whole situation worse, unfortunately. So because I had started holding water, that kind of completely changed how we had to go about show day. And being in the athlete room and watching all the other athletes around you, you know, pound a fistful of candy or a Rice Krispie treat or something before stepping on stage, and I had to take shots of salt water and just like hope that I could like pee it out. It was really, really frustrating. Yeah, but I realized I was that emotional about it. I was also freezing cold all day, which I know is like a byproduct of being lean, but like I'm talking like ridiculous amounts of cold, like constantly goosebumps over my entire body, like shivering. My toes in my heels were completely numb, so I couldn't feel my feet to like pose. And that feeling didn't come back until I was off the stage after novice. So to paint a picture for you, they walk us backstage for the novice class. Also, another thing, so they kind of changed the steps that we needed to take on stage while we were on stage from what they told us. So when we're backstage, there's like stairs up to where we walk onto stage, and we are standing on those steps, like we are the next people. Novice Class C is the next group to go on stage, and they're telling us this is how it's gonna go. And they say, you're going to walk on stage, it was 3 of us, you're going to walk on stage, you're going to do your quarter turns. Then you are all going to walk off to the diagonal. The other 2 girls in my class had already done their routines for true novice, so they did not need to do the routine again. So we were told that we were gonna go on stage, do our quarter turns, go off to the diagonal, then I would walk back to center, do my routine. That's not how it happened. So we walk on stage, do our quarter turns, I turn to go walk to the diagonal as I was told 30 seconds prior. the girl on stage who kind of like directs people around or whatever literally grabs my arm and says, "Stay and do your routine." And I said, "What?" She said, "Do your routine right now." So I had to shift from thinking I was going to walk from the diagonal into my routine, as I had practiced every day for 6 months, and then it got changed in the middle of everything in front of hundreds of people. So that was a little rattling. I do think though that all things considered, I did my routine very, very well. And then stepped off the stage for novice. And because I was also competing in open, those other two girls were as well. We just kind of rushed around behind stage and came back around to get ready for the open. One thing that I did really like was after I stepped off stage for novice, it was like all the nerves finally just like kind of rushed out of my system. I got all the feeling back in my feet and my legs. I wasn't shaking anymore. And I was just like, okay, like I've never not been on stage ever again for my life. You know what I mean? Like I've done it once. I've done it. So let's try another cookie, huh? I think we gotta do the churro next. Gotta clear my palate. Oh, this is the milk. I'm very excited for this churro cookie. There is a little bit better look at it. That's so good. Oh my god. Easily my favorite so far. I love cinnamon sugar. I'm taking another bite of this for sure. Oh, that's so good. There's something about having real sugar after you've had months of like 0 calorie, sweetener, like sugar substitute, stevia, whatever. Like real sugar just hits different. It goes straight to your like nerves and your brain and you're just like, woo. Oh, that was so good. Forgot what I was talking about. So, we walked back around stage and went up there for the open class, and I felt so confident in my quarter turns and everything for the open class. It was the same 2 other girls as novice, so like none of us did our routine that time. So all we did was the comparison quarter turns, and they moved me to the center right away, which was like, that felt really good. Like didn't even pause, like they just moved me immediately to center, and I felt like that was the time that I did my absolute best on stage. And yeah, I won't lie, I definitely rocked it for the open class, pre-judging, and that felt really, really good. Oh, I need to talk about my tan. So that was another thing that like added to my cortisol spike that kind of ruined my peak a little bit. So Friday night when I got my first couple coats of tan, for one, I think they put too much on me Friday night, because they're trying to combat that I'm super white, super pale, and they just put too many coats of tan on me. They should have just done like one, and then I could have done another one the next day. But so that was a factor, and then also it was pouring down, raining, storming Friday night, to the point where like there was just no way. Like we tried so hard to like keep me dry, and like huddled me under an umbrella, and like my boyfriend literally carried me over a puddle. Like it was so extra, but like it was raining so hard. It was just, I don't know, my tan ended up splotchy. Like I had splotches on my arms, my legs, down my chest, like everything. So when I showed up for my second coat of tan Saturday morning before prejudging, the girl said then, like, you could just tell that she was really unhappy with it, and they did their best then. And then at touch-ups, like right before I was going on stage for prejudging, she literally said, "You're gonna have to go home between and just rinse off, and we're gonna have to redo this." And that really stressed me out too. But anyway, so after prejudging, we booked it back to my Airbnb. I showered and everything, and then Jenny really just wanted me to sleep because I was stressed, and like that was gonna be the only way to like calm me down, which trying to sleep when you're stressed is like a whole other thing too. But we got me back to the venue. We literally found a storage closet and put a bed in it, turned off the lights, and I dozed in there for I probably slept for maybe like 45 minutes, which is pretty good for me. She definitely wanted me to sleep for longer. But because of that, I was able to get some of that water out, and I definitely came in a lot tighter and harder for finals, which was good. I will say though, part of that factor though of like us just like all we could worry about was getting the water out of me, so I didn't get to like carb up before finals. Like I didn't really get to eat. Like I had a little bit of rice and beef at like 2 in the afternoon, and like I didn't step on stage until 10 o'clock at night. So because of that, like I was so depleted at that point that I don't feel like I performed my best for the final. I did my routine again. I felt that it was a little bit shaky, but everyone else said that it looked good. When we were off to the side, I kind of knew the girl that won the overall. My first time seeing her was right before the final, all day. I hadn't seen her prior. I kind of knew as soon as I saw her that she was taking it. She came in perfect, and she had very good stage presence and all of that. I think the only way that I could have beaten her is, 1, if I peaked better, and 2, if I had some prior stage experience and was like a little bit more solid with that whole side of things. I could have maybe like outposed her or something, or outperformed in that way, but that would have been about the only way I would have beat her. But yeah, we go out to stage, we do our quarter turns and our walk and everything. I was actually pretty happy with my like walk to the back. I think I did well with that. But when we walked back to the diagonal and we were waiting for them to announce the overall winner, I was 100%, like I was about to go down. Like my legs were about to buckle. They were shaking so bad. Like I just had nothing in my system. I was just completely mentally, physically shot at that point. And I seriously did not think that I was gonna make it until they announced the winner. But they did, but I did. Yeah, but made it through that. Made it through finals. Obviously still waiting on the scorecard, still waiting on judges' feedback. I'm gonna do it's either double chocolate chip or triple chocolate chip, I don't know which, but love chocolate. I love white chocolate chips too. I feel like people either love or hate white chocolate, but I love white chocolate, so I know I'll like this one for sure. Pretty solid. That'll be really good warmed up. When I go to eat the rest of this, I'll warm it up for sure. Once the scorecard's posted and the stage photos are posted and I get some feedback from the judges, I'll definitely make another video and kind of go over what they said and everything and what I think about it and how I'm going to use that to like make my plan for moving forward. There is part of me that just because of how my peak week went, there's part of me that wants to compete again like soon, like whatever, but like in a couple weeks or something, just because I know that I could peak so much better, because some of those stress factors are out of my life now, and I know that I could peak better, and I wouldn't have the nerves of like never being on stage before. So, but there's also part of me that wants to just step back and like live normal life for a little bit and grow and put on a good quality tissue and come back and like make a national run, either the end of this year or next spring. But yeah, I doubt that I compete in a couple weeks, but it'd be kind of fun. I know I would have a lot more fun this time around, and be a lot less stressed about it, and I would know what I would need to do to minimize that stress. Just to kind of recap on prep in general, I learned so much about myself. Like, prep strips you down to the absolute core of who you are and what's important to you and what you're passionate about. And it's definitely made me like kind of reanalyze my life a little bit, which is crazy. I'm 26 and I feel like I'm, I don't know, reinventing myself every couple of years and figuring out who I am, which is really cool. I'm very, very grateful to have found this sport. It's definitely where I belong. I will compete again. I love it. I love everything about it. The support that I have found, the friends that it's like brought them closer to me, and the love that I felt, and I'm just so grateful, and I'm proud of myself. I didn't cheat prep once. I adhered to the plan 100%, put full faith in Jenny, and she took care of me, and I fully feel like I did the absolute most that I could with my first prep. And I also just learned so much for the next time that it will be even better. So, yeah. I think it's time to try the last cookie. So I've actually never had just their like regular semi-sweet chocolate chip. So we'll see how this is. This would be really good. I think they said like on their milk chocolate one, because I always watch all those like crumble cookie tasting videos. I think they said on the milk chocolate chip one that they sprinkle salt over the top. There's no salt on top of this one. I wish there was. It'd be a lot better. I love salt on chocolate. Okay. Of all of them, churro, 100% my favorite. Love that cookie. Probably gonna eat the rest of it right now. The blueberry muffin's probably second for me. I think third is gonna be peanut butter munch, because the double chocolate chip's a little bit dry. I think if it was undercooked a little for me, I like a chocolate cookie when it's undercooked and kind of like brownie. So if that was a little undercooked, that would definitely be third, but it's almost overdone, so I'm gonna put that in fourth. And then semi-sweet chocolate chips, just like, you know, a regular cookie, so we'll put that one in last place. And then I didn't try pink sugar, but that would have been my last place one, and it just wasn't worth it to me to even get it. So yeah, that's my crumble cookie review, and my prep review. Yeah, keep on the lookout though. I mean, obviously I have more time now and everything. There's a lot of stuff that I think I might like keep making YouTube videos for a little while. Obviously when I get the judges' feedback and everything, I'll make a video and kind of go over that and go over my new plan. And then we'll kind of go through my reverse and everything together and how I'm doing with that. Obviously, like, this is not how I'm going to be eating all the time. It's just like this couple days where I, you know, wanted some sweets and stuff, and definitely destroyed my stomach a little bit. But I have a lot more variety back in my diet now, and the current plan just for the next like handful of days is really just to intuitively eat for a little bit, and then after that, like once my weight kind of stabilizes a tiny bit and is like gradually going up. I'll probably just track macros. I have a lot of healthy food. I went to the grocery store. I had a blast just getting all the different kinds of vegetables and like just some bread products again, like bagels, and I got some pita wraps and like stuff like that. So excited to have that back in my life and to like cook actual recipes again. Like hell yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll share some like food stuff with you guys. And once I get a new split kind of going and everything, I'll show you guys that. I think that's the recap for you guys. I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and sitting here and watching me yap for like 20 minutes. Yeah, you guys are great. The support has been amazing. I had so much support on Instagram, obviously, because that was literally the only social media I was really keeping up with at that point. I had so much support. I'm so thankful for you guys. And yeah, I'm just really excited about my future in the sport, and I hope that I get to keep bringing you guys along with me. So yeah, thanks for watching.